Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Giant Ape Power category in DBZ Dokkan Metal and how they do in the Extreme Super Battle Road. Now, I know first thing someone's going to say is, why are you not using the Easy 8 Super Saiyan 4 units? Well, at the time of recording this video, the Super Saiyan 4 units have a massive buff that they currently have, and as much as I think it's really cool to film the video and use a unit that's undergoing a temporary buff, just doesn't really feel correct to me. So I'd rather just use other units. If you are doing this during the course of the time where they do have that buff, please make sure that you take advantage of it. There's no need for you to not take advantage of it at my chagrin. Now, in terms of the Giant Ape Power category, it's pretty straightforward actually. There's a couple leads. We've got AGL Vegeta, Xeno, the Dragon Ball Heroes one. We have Limit Breaker Vegeta, Xeno, the Dragon Ball Heroes one. We have Super Saiyan 4, Gogeta, the super old lead. We have Vegeta, Giant Ape, the Tech one. Tech, Super Saiyan 4 Broly, and Int, Super Saiyan 4 Gohan. Now, team builds are going to be divided into people that don't have Heroes units and people that do have Heroes units. For people that do have Heroes units, you're in luck. You have the best team for this, because you have access to Super Saiyan 4 Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. You have the big roster. Super Saiyan 4 in terms of good old Vegito Xeno, all really good stuff. If you do not have the Dragon Ball Heroes units, then your team is vastly different. Probably taking on a much more GT flavored team. You have units like AGL SS4 Goku and Strength SS4 Vegeta, who I suggest you use, but I just don't because they currently have their buffs up. In Super Saiyan 4 LR Goku, who I'm definitely using, the physical GT trio, duo, SS4. You even have good old Super Saiyan Baby 2, Super Baby 2. So you got a really good roster there. You can even look at potentially throwing in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Tech, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Int. You can look at throwing in Strength Super Saiyan 4 Goku, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. You have a lot of options under that side of the spectrum. Then there are a couple of units basically like that exist that are just going to be stopgaps. For example, I mentioned before, but like the Scouts of Vegeta Giant Apes, the Strength Raditz Giant Apes, the Goku Youth Giant Apes, you know, all the units like that tend to be pretty good. And I think that would be a really good solid. For me, realistically, overall, I think overall, like, this category probably needs quite a bit of work, just on like the premise of things. It's not necessarily the most up-to-date category. I think, like, in general, Giant Ape Power probably needs quite a bit of tweaking before I'd say it's a really, really top-notch category. Now, one unit I do suggest bringing is Super Baby 2. The reason I suggest bringing Super Baby 2 is because Super Baby 2 has a huge damage spike against Hybrid Saiyans units and Pure Saiyans units and things like that. And every phase of this fight is against a Hybrid Saiyan. So right off the bat, there's just a huge incentive for you as a player to bring Super Baby 2. You're just going to end up having a way better like functional performance, and everything is going to really function quite well. So like for me, I would say that's probably the only unit I would say is a highlight. I will say I think Int SS4 Gogeta is really quite important. In Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the LR, I think he's great. I think he's huge. I think he's really, really good. I think as well, overall, in regards to everything else, I think he is incredibly good as being a tank. I think AGL Vegito is definitely the friend lead I would take. If you're running a whole GT team, you can definitely take the Int LR SS4, like for sure, because then you've got your own, you're running a more GT dominant team. I think that's more than fine. Whereas if you are running like just Giant Ape Power, like I took the AGL Vegito and I found like he worked really well. I think he worked incredibly well. I think he functioned incredibly well. He's great at tanking. Yeah, even without items, he's great at tanking, but he's just great at tanking. It's just really good. A couple units I wouldn't bring, but could situation be brought. Gohan Kid, the Int one. I think he could be pretty solid. I do think it's not really the team for him. He's not really a Giant Ape Power like unit. Basically, he needs to have. He needs to have basically like the setup for him to really kind of function super well. I like him. I think he's really quite good. I just think overall he probably needs a bit more setup and a bit more catering than Esbr and this team and everything can give him. He also just doesn't necessarily link the best, so it's just not really something I would overtly suggest. But yeah, generally speaking, Giant Ape Power does a pretty decent job. For this team, the rotations, Super Saiyan 4 Tech Gogeta, we're linking up with the Goku, mainly because we get the permanent attack down, defense down, and then like with the AGL Vegito, we can just kind of link him with Baby, and he can do fine there. You can inverse the linkings as well if you want to. Doesn't really matter too much. As long as you're getting the right units out onto the field, most of the times you'll be fine. I will say the first unit I'd replace is this AGL Goku Youth. Just no links, just lack of key, and just a huge hindrance for him to kind of function. Like, yes, it helps, but I mean, ultimately at the end of the day, he's not really, he's not really doing too much, if I'm being entirely honest. So I think, for me, I'd probably say that's pretty much it when it comes to like team functionality and that. I would say that's probably where I'd lie. I do think if you have heroes, you're probably going to lean that way. If you're GT, you're probably going to want to lean that way. This team is definitely more of just a hodgepodge, trying to see what works, what doesn't work kind of team. I think you could definitely build one better than this. Like I said, I would use the SS4 LRs, and that would change a lot of the team scope, because then, things would be dramatically different. But I just don't want to while they buffs up. So yeah, that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Till then, take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye.